Groucho?
For me?
No, not for you. You know by now, don't you? It isn't for you. She's Mrs.
That's sad but true. It never is.
The housewife's name is Mrs. Minnie Pill, and her partner is a very special guest, the noted Hollywood composer, Mr. Dimitri Tiomkin.
Oh.
So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Dimitri Tiomkin, huh? Dimitri, how are you? I'm glad to see you.
I'm very happy to see you too.
Now, Dimitri, I know you, but I doubt if very many in our audience do. So could you tell us something about yourself? For example, where were you born, Omsk or Minsk?
No, I was born in St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg, yeah? That's in Florida. Well, that explains your strong southern accent,
Yeah.
huh? I thought you were born in Russia.
I was born in Russia.
Do you remember St. Petersburg?
Very well, yeah. Very well. It was a very beautiful town.
How long ago was that?
It's many years ago. Many years ago.
Well, I mean 100 or three?
Around 100 years.
Around 100 years?
Yes, yeah. Century.
Oh, well, you don't look that old. Your name is Mimi Pill?
Yes.
That's what it says on the card. Isn't that a typographical error?
No, my name is really
Shouldn't it be Pilly Mim?
No, it's really
Mimi Pill?
Mimi Pill.
I find that pretty hard to swallow, Mimi. Imagine finding a pill like this in your aspirin bottle, huh? Are you a 5 grain or 10 grain, Mimi?
Oh, 10 grain.
How'd you meet your husband?
When I met my husband, he was a medical student, and I laughed and laughed because I thought that one day he would be Dr. Pill.
That must have been a howl, huh? Probably had his patients in stitches, huh? What kind of a doctor is he now?
He's an auto part salesman.
He sells auto parts to his patients? You mean when he takes out an appendix, he replaces it with a carburetor?
Well, he's not really a doctor, you see. When I met my husband, I was a psychometrist, which means that I gave aptitude tests.
Oh.
And upon testing him, we found that he was better suited for salesmanship.
I took one of those aptitude tests once.
Did you?
You know what it turned out? It turned out that I should be selling basketballs in the Chinese laundry. Dimitri, let's get back to you. You got the Academy Award for High Noon, didn't you?
Yeah, I got for High and Mighty before. I have always big success with High.
High.
Yeah, High Noon, High
You never wrote Sweet and Lowdown, huh?
No, but for High Confess. No, that's different spelling.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes.
Well, how can a serious musician from Russia write such a typical cowboy ballad as that song in High Noon? Were you frightened by Gary Cooper when you were a lad?
No, I like him in these pictures. As a matter of fact, I don't think Groucho necessarily to know very good about cowboys to write good cowboy songs, because I don't think that Mr. Johann Strauss was a good swimmer and still he wrote Blue Danube. I'm sorry, but that's
Well,
true.
you've got something there. After all, Beethoven is famous for his fifth.
That's right.
And he never touched a drop. Well, I'd like to continue this conversation. I really would, because this is very educational to me.
Thank you.
But the time has come to play You Bet Your Life, and I know you want to win some money and send it to your folks in Florida.
That's right. Thank you.
Now, remember, we start you off with $100. You miss a question, you lose half your bankroll. Are you ready? You selected movie quiz. Why didn't you take music?
I like the music, but I don't see music there.
No. Well, we don't have any there when you were on the show.
Yeah, that's what I was sure about. Yes, sir.
Now, remember, the more the question is worth, the harder it is. And the little sums are easy, and the big sums are hard.
Yes, $100.
$100. Well, give me the name of the young actress who won an award for her supporting role in On the Waterfront.
Huh? Eva Marie Saint. Eva Marie Saint.
That's right. Eva Marie Saint is right. And you now have $200. Now, what do you want to go for?
We go down to 70.
70.
All right. What great English actor won an Academy Award for his portrayal of Disraeli? Talk it over. That's your partner.
Arliss, yeah?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Arliss.
George Arliss is right, yeah.
You now have
I know how you knew that, Dimitri, because when you landed here on that boat, you landed at Arliss Island, didn't you?
That's true, that's true.
You now have $270.
Now and then, what are you going to go for?
80.
80. With what studio, this is a real tough one, is Dory Sherry connected?
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
MGM is right, huh?
We'll now climb to $350.
Imagine winning $80 for that.
$90, he said.
$90?
Yes, sir.
Who won the Academy Award as the Best Actress of 1952 for her role in Come Back, Little Sheba?
Shirley Booth.
Shirley Booth is right. You ought to be ashamed to take the money.
And you wind up with $420.
All right, George, let's get down to earth again. Who's next? Have you got another housewife for me?
Not exactly a housewife. We have a lady, though. Her name is Mrs. Jenny Johnson, and Mr. L.G. Hardy are waiting to talk to you. So, folks, you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life. Say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Mrs. Jenny Johnson, that's you. Do you mind if I call you Jenny?
No, sir.
Okay. Where were you born, Jen?
I was born...
Can I call you Jen?
Yes, sir.
Can I call you
born
E?
in Sweden.
You are always Svenska, huh?
Yes.
Svenska pojkar, huh?
Yes, svenska flickor.
Oh, well, not anymore. I used to. Well, Jenny, you look like a nice, comfortable middle age. Now, would you mind telling us how old you are?
No, I wouldn't. I'm 80 years old.
80 years old. Jenny, I thought you were 58.
Oh, yes.
Well, you're just a kid.
Just a kid.
Do you have any children?
A few.
How many?
8.
8 children?
Yeah.
How about grandchildren? Do you have any?
A few.
How many?
18.
18. That's what you call a few, huh?
Yeah.
Any great-grandchildren?
11.
Well, I can keep this up as long as you can. How many great-great-grandchildren?
None.
You have no great-great-grandchildren?
No.
We'll have to get a hold of Walter Reuther, that's all.
Well,
Apparently, there's a work stoppage on the assembly line. L.G. Hardy, that's you?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is your first name, Mr. Hardy?
LeGrand is my name.
What is it?
LeGrand.
LeGrand. That's a boulevard, isn't it? Do people actually call you LeGrand?
No, Blackie is what I'm known by.
What sort of work do you do?
I'm a guide at the Hoover Dam now, Groucho.
Oh, really? Well, is that anywhere near Boulder Dam?
Yes, that's the same place. It is one of the great wonders of the world, Groucho.
It is? How much did this cost the taxpayers?
Well, it's a very nominal fee. It's about the only thing that hasn't raised since the war. We charge them 30 cents.
No, I mean, how much did the dam cost?
The dam cost $172 million, but not to
And
the
who
taxpayers.
paid for it? Didn't the taxpayers pay for
No,
it?
this is one government project that's paying for itself.
But the taxpayers paid for it originally, didn't they?
There weren't any taxpayers in those days. I worked at the dam for $4 a day, 50 cents an hour.
Now?
I did when
Oh.
we started. And I saved enough money at $4 a day to buy me a nice home in Boulder City. Now I can't save enough money to paint it.
You must have a little spiel that you give to the tourists, don't you? Could you give us a little of your speech? Pretend all 45 million of us are with you on your tour.
Well, that'd be very pleasant.
All right.
We step on the elevator and descend 528 feet. The elevator moves very slowly, about 44 stories. Some say 45, that's another story. When you leave the elevator...
Do you give them this joke on every tour?
Depends on who's looking at me and who isn't.
You don't care if they're listening, as long as they're looking at you.
No, this is a very typical tour. I always have somebody talking to me when I'm trying to talk.
Well, Jenny, if you'll pour a little water over here, I'll shut up, huh? Blackie, I imagine the dam is important to our defense. What would happen if someone dropped an atomic bomb on it?
Well, I get that question very often. And I guess if they dropped an atomic bomb on the dam, I'd just take the afternoon off.
You go back and paint your house then, huh? Well, I'd like to talk to you two some more, but we've run out of time, so let's play You Bet Your Life.
In the race for the $1,500, the first couple won $440, and the secret word is clock.
All right, you select a general information quiz, and remember, the more the questions were, the harder it is. What do you want to start with?
We'd like to start.
All right.
$70?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, who made the famous oration that starts with the line, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears"?
Mark Antony.
Mark Antony is right.
And you now have $170.
You must have seen Marlon Brando, huh? All right, what are you going to go for?
80.
80, 50, 90? 80?
80.
All right, in astronomy, what is the popular name for Polaris? Polaris.
North Pole. Isn't it the North Pole? Or North Star?
North Star is right. Don't go any further. Huh?
You now have $250.
Shows you what I know. I thought the North Star was a blanket. Now what? 90, 100, 60, 50?
90. We'll try 90.
90? All right. In the zodiac, Leo represents the lion. What sign of the zodiac does Capricorn represent?
Yeah. That's the plan. I don't know.
It isn't the bull. I know.
Take a guess.
Crab.
No. It's
Lamb, huh?
Lamb.
the goat. I'm not a very good goat.
I should have known.
Well, you lost half your $250. You now have $125.
All right, now don't get discouraged. You've still got a ways to go. What are you going to go for now? Last chance to beat the other couple.
You just say the word.
100, 50? Take an easy one.
50.
50. What famous fictional detective solved the case of the Hound of the Baskervilles? If you don't know, guess. Famous detective. Known all over the world.
Sherlock Holmes.
That's right. Sherlock Holmes.
And you wind up with $175.
I think I made it easy for you, but you were such a nice fellow, Blackie, I couldn't resist
Well,
it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Groucho, just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Lieutenant Charlie Jones to be on the show. His partner is Miss Lily Badalian. So, folks, would you come in, please, and meet Groucho Marx.
Let's say the secret word and divide $100. It's a common word, something you find around the house. Lily Badalian and Lieutenant Charlie Jones. Lily, do you mind if I talk to the lieutenant first?
Oh, please do.
I'll make it real short. Where are you stationed, Lieutenant?
Las Vegas, Nevada, Nellis Air Force Base.
How old are you, Lute?
I'm 25 years of age.
Where are you from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Lily, how old are you?
I'm 21, Groucho.
21. Where are you from, Lil?
I'm from Iran.
Oh, I thought you were from Kansas City, eh? Iran, isn't that where Great Britain had some trouble about oil concessions not long ago?
Yes.
Well, Britain can keep the oil. You're the one I want some concessions from. What part of Iran do you stem from? That used to be Persia, huh?
That's right. They changed the name about 30 years ago to Iran.
Are you married, Lil?
No, I'm not.
You're not married? Do you have any particular steady boyfriend?
Yes,
or
I
do you
do.
have a boyfriend who isn't particularly steady?
I have a boyfriend. He's a wrestler. He weighs about 230 pounds.
Doesn't mean a thing. Does it, Lieutenant?
Well, Groucho,
Nothing can stop the Army Air Corps.
excuse me, Groucho, it's now the United States Air Force. That's what we go by.
It's not the Army Air Corps anymore?
But There's one individual in the Air Force, I think 230 pounds might stop.
Are you married, Lieutenant?
No, I'm not.
Well, neither is Lily, you know. What do you think of marrying her?
No, I haven't given it much thought.
Why not? Don't you like girls?
Well, that's the main reason why I haven't given marriage too much thought, Groucho.
Oh, I see. How long you been in this country, Lily?
3 years now.
Lily, you're really a dilly. You speak English perfectly. Wouldn't you like to Piccadilly, Lou? You speak English perfectly, Lily. Why is that? You couldn't have learned that from this wrestler.
No, well, I guess I just have an ear for languages.
Oh. Well, do you speak any other languages besides Iranian and English?
Yes, I do. I speak Armenian, Turkish, Russian, and Spanish, and Arabic.
Well, that's very interesting. Could you give us a sample of something in Iranian? Say something to me in your native tongue.
من خوراک امریکایی خیلی دوست دارم.
Well, you'll have to get rid of him first. Well, actually, what did you say there?
I said I like American food very much.
Well, kid, I'm your meat, huh? What are you doing in this country, Lily?
I got a
Scouting, in
scholarship.
addition to scouting wrestlers, huh? You got a what?
I got a scholarship from the government, and I'm
The
studying...
American government?
No, the Persian government.
Oh, and what do you do? You're studying Persian Ivy here?
No, I'm studying singing and dancing, Groucho.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of dancing do you do? Do you do bebop?
No, I do Persian dancing.
Oh, you're sort of a Persian rug cutter, huh? Could you do a brief dance for us? I don't think we've ever had a Persian dance on our show.
Yes.
What kind of... Do you need music?
Yes, I think any type of Oriental music would be all right.
Like Oop Shoop? Lieutenant, would you move over here so we can... Is there a snake in the audience? That was wonderful, wonderful, Lily. Well, Lieutenant, you've seen Lily in action. What's it going to be? Take it or leave it? What? You want a date with this fair charmer?
Oh, I sure would.
Well, you're a nice young couple, and you have the rest of the evening before you. All right, let's play You Bet Your Life.
In the race for the $1,500, the first couple is still leading with $440.
You both know how to play You Bet Your Life, huh?
Yes, sir. You do.
You know, have you met Mr. Fenneman?
How do you do?
Would you do one short step for Mr. Fenneman? He hasn't seen it. Just right here for him. How do you like it, George?
That's crazy, boy.
There goes the wife and the 3 kids and everything. All right, yeah, your category is name the profession. You select the name of the profession. And your partner is now one answer between you. What do you want to start with?
We start at 90?
Okay, good.
We start at 90.
$90.
90, huh? What was Sir William Blackstone's profession?
I believe jurist in law.
That's right, he was a lawyer.
Off to a good start to have $190.
Now what do you want to try?
80. Let's go down one for 80.
All right. What was Carrie Jacob Bond's? What was Carrie Jacobs Bond's profession?
You know what?
Carrie Jacob Bond. What was her profession?
Could that be literature?
She was a very famous composer.
Lost half of your $190, you now have $95.
Now what are you going to go for?
$70.
$70. What was Horace Greeley's profession?
He was a journalist.
That's right, journalist. Don't go any further.
You now have $165.
It's your last chance to be the other couple. What are you going to try?
See, how much do we have now?
You have $165.
You have enough for the 2 of you to go out.
Yeah, sure we do.
Take it a Boulder Dam and paint that fellow's house.
We'll try for 60.
60. What was Thomas Chippendale's profession? Chippendale.
He was a furniture maker, wasn't he?
That's right, cabinet maker and furniture designer. That is absolutely right.
And you wind up with $225.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
And here's the winning couple, Groucho, Mrs. Pill and Mr. Tiomkin, all set for the $1,500 question.
Here it is. The first college in North America was established in 1636. It has since grown to be one of the great universities of the world. For $1,500, what is the oldest college in the United States? You don't know, guess.
No, we guess. Columbia.
No.
No, Harvard.
It's Harvard.
Harvard, I'm sorry. I was thinking
I'm
of Harvard, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Missed it by so little.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that
I
means
was
the big
thinking Harvard,
question
yes,
next week will be worth $2,000. Well, they lost the big money, but they did pretty well in the quiz. How
Yes,
much
they went all the way, $440 in the
Can't do
quiz.
better than that. Congratulations.
Thank you
and
very
thanks
much.
to both of you
Thank you
and
very
to all
much.
of our contestants on the show tonight.
Bye.